Local with Comcast. Now, the CNA Business Beat.
Welcome to Get Local with Comcast Business Update. I'm Mary Caracoli, and here's a look at today's business and consumer news. Paternity fraud. For centuries, women have had the upper hand in paternity issues. But that may be changing, and big money is on the line. The question is, are the children getting caught in the middle? Here to explain how things are changing is Lynne Gold Bikin. Lynne has been listed as one of the nation's top divorce attorneys by Worth magazine. She is the chair of the family law practice at Wolf Flock. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
So paternity fraud, first, I guess we should explain to our viewers, what is it?
It's when a guy says, it's not my kid, gets DNA testing and finds out it's not his kid.
And has been told otherwise.
Oh, yes. He's believed. He's raised the child to 4, 5, 12, even 17 or 18.
So now, where it stands now, it is really depends where you live as to what the laws are protecting either the man or the child or the woman.
Right, because if you live in a state like Pennsylvania, you can never bring in DNA evidence if you've been living together as an intact family, like husband and wife.
If you're living together as a couple but you're not married, can you bring it up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That once you're married, though, this is a 500-year-old common law that says that it's presumed, and of course, it was presumed, they didn't know about those 3 little initials, DNA. It was presumed if the kid was born into your marriage, that it's your kid, and you're obligated to support. That's what Pennsylvania says.
Okay, so let's take a look at what can be done and what should be done. You have very specific ideas of how this should be handled, and you'd like to see actually more uniform laws across the country.
I would. The Uniform Parentage Act, which we're hoping will be adopted in every state, says that for the first 2 years you can challenge that paternity, but after that you got to think about the child. What's the impact on a child to suddenly be told, "I'm not your dad, go find another father"? That's really tough.
It is really tough and really unfair to the child that the lie, if it was a lie, in fact, existed to begin with. But I guess playing devil's advocate and looking at the situation for a man who was never the biological child or father of that child, and who, if you can prove, was lied to, if the woman did know he was not, or if they weren't married and she knew there was a chance he was not, didn't she have an obligation, a legal obligation to disclose that?
There's no legal obligation. Maybe there's a moral one. But here's the question. If you ask a man, does he love his child, and he says yes, then you say, well, what if you find out you didn't plant the seed that grew that child? Do you still love your child? Do they suddenly say no?
No, and chances are, if it's a child, they won't say no. But if it's at a time when they can make a decision whether they're going to get married to someone or not, or live to, it does beg the question that there should be some sort of disclosure.
But Mary, many men who are told that their girlfriends are pregnant will say, before we get married, how about a DNA test? That's a good time. But not when the child is 5 or 7 or 9.
No, absolutely not. And you say it depends on where you are as far as the laws up north are a little bit more protective of who?
The laws up north are more protective of the child. The southern states, you'll see, are protective of the man. But I come back to the very same question. There's only protection for couples who are married. This is not a protection for couples who are living together or think of living together. So they can say, before that child is born, let's check this one out first. It's an easy test, you know?
That's a great differentiation, because a lot of folks are choosing to live together and not get married. Now,
right.
If a man has raised that child as his own, has lived with the family, but they are not technically a family, they're not married, do they lose all protection then?
Yeah, they do, in terms of not being able to introduce the evidence, right? And we no longer have common law marriage in Pennsylvania. So if you don't actually take those vows with that little license, there's no protection for this woman, and she ought to think twice about saying, you're the dad.
And it could lead to heartbreak for the child and the father.
Yeah, the father is one thing, but we're talking about an innocent child who had nothing to do with what these two did to each other.
Yeah, and of course, big money, as we said, is at stake. Lynne, thank you so much. And of course, I want to hear from you. Give me a call or hit us on the email, cn8.tv, interviewer line 215-952-4902. This has been Get Local with Comcast. I'm CN8's Mary Caracoli. Tune in again for your next update of Business on Demand.
CN8 Money Matters Today with Mary Caracoli, the business show
that focuses on you,
giving you tips to make your nest egg work better for you. CN8 Money Matters Today with Mary Caracoli, weeknights 8 p.m. Eastern, only on CN8.